Now with supply and demand, most courses always cover demand first because there's some similarities between supply and demand, but demand is often easier to cover first because you guys have been demanders. You guys have been consumers your entire lives. We've all purchased goods. We've all thought about how to spend money and what types of goods we want to buy. Now to introduce demand, we are going to have an auction. Here we go. We are going to auction off a bundle of goods. And someone in this class is actually going to pay cash and win the bundle of goods. Let me introduce you to the bundle here. The first item is a bottle of pop, Pepsi. Yes, by the way, I call it pop. I'm from the Midwest. If you call it anything different, you're wrong. Sometimes I'll call it soda just to appease the Northeast natives here. But we have a cold bottle of Pepsi here, 24 ounces. We have a greasy bag of 1 ounce Lay's potatoes chips. The third item in our bundle, which will be sold, is this container of mini Chips Ahoy. And the fourth item is something that you can use later, is this Jolly Time popcorn here. And I want to show you, this isn't the calorie counting garbage. This is the good stuff. This is Blast-O Butter. This is Blast-O Butter popcorn. So you know you're getting the good stuff here. Now, so I want to start off the auction by making a table here. I'm going to have 2 columns in my table. Here's price. And over here is quantity demanded. And we're going to define that term specifically in a bit, but for now you can think of quantity demanded as how much are we willing to buy? How many of us would be willing to buy the bundle at a given price? So we're going to start off just by showing hands here. If I were to say I'm selling the entire lot for the price of 1/4, how many people would be willing to buy the whole bundle for just 1/4? Yeah, pretty much everyone's raising their hand. So I'm going to go ahead and say the quantity demanded at that price would be 350 units. That's how many people would be willing to buy it. What if I said the price is $1? How many people say, okay, I'll buy this bundle for $1? A lot of you are still saying yes, but not quite as many hands are going up. And I'm going to say about 200, because it looks like we got pretty good attendance today. What if I'd said, okay, now it's getting expensive. $2, everything still included. Who would buy it for $2? Just show of hands. Who would buy it? About maybe half of you dropped out there. Okay, getting serious now. $5. Who would? Just raise your hand. Who would pay $5 for this? Yeah, I had some severe hand dropping here. About maybe 15 of you. Okay. From this point, let's sell this bundle. Who's giving me $6? Anyone? Raise your hand for $6. 7. Anyone 7? $7? 8? 8 right here? 9? Anyone 9? 9? 10? 20. Cash only. This is a cash only auction. I do not accept credit cards, checks, cash only on the spot. $20. So I have a $20 bid. $20. Yes? You're willing to pay $20? You have the cash on you in hand. No, okay. $20 bid is out. Who's got 12? Who had the $12? 12 right here. 13 in the back. Anyone? 13? You got 12? You've got the bid at 12. Anyone? 12 going once? 12 going twice? 13 in the back. Yes. Higher bid, the more money goes in my pocket. 13 going once in the back. You have the cash in hand. 13 going once. 13 going twice.
13 and 1 penny.
Dollar increments only. Sold. $13. I've got change if you need it, by the way. So, $13. Bring that money forward. Do you need change? You got it? Hey, I'm gonna give you the bag for free.
Ooh, all right.
The Pepsi, the chips, the cookies, the popcorn.
Sweet, man. There you go, sir.
I got it. Look what he gave me here. Why do you have all these singles? Don't ask, don't tell. All right. I'll take the money, and I think there's 8 of them there. I'll count it later. Now, perfect. What we can do with this graph, or this table, excuse me, this table is called a demand schedule, right? It's just saying how much are we willing to pay, what's our quantity demanded versus the price that we are paying for the good. And we can take, thinking back to chapter 1 now, another way to represent data is to take a table and translate that data into a chart or a graph. And here, I am able to draw a graph simply by plotting the data points that we've gathered as a result of this auction experiment. So every point we plot can tell a story. For example, when the price was 25 cents, about 350 of you raised your hand and said, yes, I would be willing to purchase the bundle of goods at 25 cents. And when the price was raised to $1, some of you dropped out and said, too rich for me, but 200 of you said, yes, I'll still purchase the good. The price was $1. $2. I had about 100 of you step up and say, hey, I'm willing to pay for that good. And what's our other prices? $5. That's when things got a bit narrower here. $5, 15 said yeah, and then we had one person said $13, way up here. One person willing to buy that good at $13. Now, when I've drawn this graph, I've put my price on the vertical axis, and I've put my quantity demanded on the horizontal axis. And I'll just draw one little note here, not to scale. But generally, I could roughly connect these points to get what sort of relationship. Is this an upward sloping or downward sloping relationship? Yeah, it's a downward sloping relationship. I could roughly connect these dots. And the last thing I'm going to do is label this line here that I've drawn, this demand function. There we go. This demonstration here, that's pretty much half of this chapter. This is a demand function, an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded, how much we want to buy at various prices. So very, very good.